Benzema in the Premier League. The multi-time champion and former Real Madrid star is set to join the Emirates Stadium, and Arsenal can finally replace Granit Xhaka after a transfer delay with a £32 million a deal. Watch until the end to capture every detail. But before that, if you are also passionate about Arsenal, subscribe to the channel now and stay up to date with everything that happens behind the scenes of the biggest team in the Premier League. Without further ado, let's get to today's updates. The Arsenal doesn't seem to have made any progress in hopes of bringing in a new striker to the Emirates Stadium in the January transfer window. Mikel Arteta and Gaspar reportedly prioritised a reinforcement in the attacking third, especially after the Gunners saw numerous golden chances wasted in the first half of the season. Toney, Victor Osimhen, and Joshua Zirkzee have all been named as potential candidates to ease the burden on Gabriel Jesus and Nketiah. However, in recent days, Ballon d'Or winner Karim Benzema has emerged as a potential option for Arsenal. The French striker joined Al-Ittihad on a free transfer in the summer but is now linked to a surprising exit from the Saudi Arabian club. He has scored 15 goals in 24 games since ending his career in Spain, but recent reports associate him with a return to Europe. However, the Gunners are likely to stay out of the race as Manchester United is eyeing the striker. North Londoners are facing financial constraints after spending over £200 million on new signings in the summer. This leaves Arteta with half the transfer window to decide whether to sign a new striker or stick with their current crop of attackers. That said, given the continued lack of quality in Arsenal's attacking third, missing the opportunity to sign a striker of Benzema's caliber on a short-term deal is a significant blow. However, the issue lies in his salary, which could be a problem. He transitioned from a €28 million, £24.1 million per season salary with Real Madrid to a €100 million, £86 million per season contract with Al-Ittihad, according to Marca. Money talks in Saudi Arabia, and it remains to be seen how much of a salary cut he would accept to secure a return to Europe. But, as he has proved on numerous occasions with Real Madrid in the past years, he is a top-class player and a serial winner. Long-term, he isn't the answer. But for the end of this season, he would have been a no-brainer. Logic is definitely there, but it isn't meant to be. If United land him, Erik ten Hag's side will certainly be stronger. The worrying statement is that Arsenal are slowly running out of time to add another attacker to Arteta's squad. Mikel shuts down Arsenal links. Getafe striker Borja Mikel has been heavily rumoured to be on Arsenal's radar. There was speculation that Gunners could launch a bid in the region of £20 million. But Mikel has suggested he will stay at Getafe and there has been no talk of a transfer. He said, "I have not spoken with the club or with my representative. I am very focused on Getafe on a day-to-day basis." Arsenal can finally replace Granit Xhaka after transfer delay with £32 million agreement. Arsenal sold Granit Xhaka to Bayer Leverkusen last summer for £21.4 million. And decided against replacing him with a like-for-like replacement. Kai Havertz, naturally a false nine forward, was instead signed from Chelsea for a deal worth £65 million. The German international has already made 29 appearances for the Gunners, and the majority of them have come in Mikel Arteta's midfield. The experiment, which sees Havertz fluidly join the attacking line to leave Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice as the two deep-minded midfielders, has seen mixed results. Attacking-wise, Arsenal are certainly more dangerous, but at the other end, there has been concerns that they lack the robustness that Xhaka brought. Many have called for sporting director Gaspar to consider bringing in another central midfielder with a profile similar to Xhaka. The January transfer window has been focused on a centre-forward, meaning next summer is the next likeliest opportunity to do so, and the North Londoners could have reason to re-energise their interest in Newcastle United's Bruno Guimaraes. The Brazilian was on the Gunners' radar prior to his move to Tyneside in 2022, but a change in the Magpies' financial situation could see him become available. Newcastle announced a loss of £73.4 million this month after announcing their latest financial results. The loss has left a real concern that one of their star players could be sold to ease concerns over financial fair play, FFP, and Guimaraes is one of their most prized assets. A report from AS has indicated that the 26-year-old agreed to a release clause in his contract worth €115 million, £98 million, which is reportedly payable in 3 installments of €38 million, £32 million. The same article adds that the former Lyon man is one of the players the Newcastle board have selected to help them settle accounts. Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, and Chelsea are all expected to attack at the end of the season. Arsenal haven't been linked yet, but a move for the Brazil international makes sense. Newcastle's financial situation means they could be unable to demand a monumental fee, while the Gunners will also land a player with Premier League experience. It's a strategy implemented often by Arsenal, with Gabriel Jesus, David Raya, Alexander Zinchenko, and Declan Rice all signed from their league rivals. Arsenal quoted £21.5 million for Kamazing, the fullback, who is ready to move this month. Reports in Turkey claimed last summer that Arsenal submitted a bid for Bowie of around £18 million, which was eventually rejected. However, according to reports, the Gunners are looking at the French international again. According to Spanish outlet AS, Arsenal are one of many teams interested in signing the Galatasaray right-back this month. However, no bids have been submitted yet. The Turkish side are looking for around £21.5 million, which represents a great deal if the Gunners decide to act on their interest before the end of the window. Sacha Boey is said to be ready for a new challenge, as he wants to be playing in Europe with Euro 2024 just around the corner. The 23-year-old can operate on either side of the defence, similar to Jurrien Timber, which is one of the main reasons Mikel Arteta is such a huge fan of the player. Last year, former Arsenal star Bakary Sagna described Sacha Boey as an amazing footballer and urged the Gunners to sign him. Arsenal urged to sign £65 million star who perfectly suits Mikel Arteta and Declan Rice. Arsenal is gearing up for a midfield overhaul as aging players like Thomas Partey, Jorginho, and Mohamed Elneny face uncertainties in their roles. Partey's persistent injury issues make him unreliable for consistent game time, prompting the need to move on. While Jorginho has served as a useful squad player, contract talks are at a standstill, raising the possibility of his departure in the summer. Elneny, despite his loyalty, finds himself on the fringes and lacks the quality for a pivotal role in a title-winning squad. As such, only Declan Rice represents the long-term future of Arsenal in the middle of the park. Journalist Sam Dean has now urged Arsenal to consider pushing to sign Frenkie de Jong. Journalist Sam Dean has therefore suggested that Arteta should seek to bring Frenkie de Jong to Arsenal. Speaking on Charles What's Inside Arsenal YouTube platform, he said, "The other player I think Arsenal should really look at, in the longer term they need to, sort of, revamp the midfield. I look at Barcelona, look at Frenkie de Jong, and think that is a player who perfectly suits Arsenal's system, perfectly understands the kind of football Arteta wants to play. He can play as a 6 and as an 8, just like Declan Rice. Those two would work really well together." The La Liga giants paid £65 million to sign the Dutch maestro in 2019, and he has proven himself to be a sensational midfield operator since then. However, Barcelona have their own financial issues, which could force their hand into a sale if a fair offer for de Jong came forward. There is no doubt that the 26-year-old would raise the level at Arsenal. It would be an ambitious move, but would be a huge coup for the Gunners if they could get such a deal over the line this summer. Well, folks, those were today's news. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay informed about everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell so you won't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next video.